Welcome to Simple and Clean, a Kingdom Hearts podcast. I'm Mischa Stanton.
And I'm Mayanna Berrin.
Mayanna, today we're talking about the home turf.
Yas.
The place where it all starts.
Yas. Dive to the heart.
No, maybe I misled you.
No,
Shit, sorry.
No, I'm kidding.
No,
I'm
go back
kidding.
to the beginning. Shit, sorry.
No,
shit,
I was
shit,
kidding.
Shit. Today I thought I'd tell you all about Destiny Islands.
Yay! Our bluest water, bluest sky.
Bluest water. And that's where I want to start, actually, is like, man, 2002 had some tropical themes.
What was it? Super Mario Sunshine, Jak and Daxter, Kingdom Hearts. I'm trying to think of. There was a lot of beach stuff.
I didn't have a console until I had a PS2. So before that, I would play all my games on my Windows 2000 PC.
There you go.
And I played a lot of Lego Island.
Oh,
also tropical vibes.
I did not know Lego Island was a thing. I wonder what it was. What was it going on at that time that tropical was the vibe? I mean, my theory is just because you get a lot of colors. You get like so many, there's a lot of vibrancy.
It's bright and poppy.
It's bright and poppy. And also like you get some fun musical like genre stuff in there, some steel drum action.
Stuff that sounds good with lower fidelity sound design as on older consoles. That makes sense.
As you would know, as an audio wizard.
It just occurred to me how like a steel drum really punches through.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh my God. And Final Fantasy X. There was just a lot of beachy vibes.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
It was a good time if you like the beach.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you hate the beach, it was a terrible time.
So, Destiny Islands.
Destiny Islands.
Sora and Riku are from there.
Yes.
It's very important to the series.
It really is. They have a very interesting native fruit called the Paupu fruit.
Yeah, I'm going to get there. We're going to talk about
Let's
it.
do it.
So, this is the place where Sora and Riku are from, which makes it, even though it's advertised as like a backwater sort of world where like small town vibes, like it makes it central to everything because Sora's from there.
Yeah. And also sometimes we see this bigger island. Like there's these it's bigger than you feel like it is, but especially in Kingdom Hearts 1, you're like, this is a little treehouse place where we all hang out and race each other.
Exactly. And in the first one, it's truly just like a few kids, and that's really all you see. It's Sora and Riku and Kairi. Also, is not from there, but
likes it there.
Likes it there and doesn't remember being from anywhere else.
Yep.
So it's kind of her like adopted home.
Yeah, it's like the first home that she attaches a lot of emotional stake to, and the place that she feels like really connected to. And
Also, there's a few other kids, Tidus and Wakka and Selphie.
Yes, Tidus and Wakka of Final Fantasy X fame, but they are in their little preteen era. They are numerified in that way of like they shrink them down to Sora's age, and Selphie of Final Fantasy VIII fame, same deal.
Yeah, and it's just that like, you know, Tidus and Wakka from Final Fantasy X are always like playing sports on the beach.
Yep.
And so they really just bring like a playful, like we're all kids playing on the beach vibe.
I'm also glad they didn't bring in the fact that Wakka is a raging racist.
Yeah.
A very whimsical part of his character in Final Fantasy X.
Yeah.
It's not whimsical at all. It's quite
not
bad.
Great.
But he overcomes it. He does overcome it.
That's growth.
That's growth.
That's all you can say.
That's on growth. Yes.
There's a few other people that also call Destiny Islands home.
Oh.
Well, first off, did you know after playing Kingdom Hearts 1 where you just kind of hang out on the first island that there's a whole other island with the whole town there?
Couldn't have even, like, it's funny looking back on it now, like they do their best to try to explain that to you, but there's a lot happening at the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 1, so I didn't really make that connection. Like Sora, when the raft is in danger during this big storm, is looking at Destiny Islands from a bedroom window that is clearly not Destiny Islands because there's a mainland island.
Yeah. At one point, Sora's mom calls him down from his bedroom for dinner. You never see her.
See her.
But she does live there.
She does live there. And like he gets to the dock and he goes, Riku's boat and Kairi's. And so the implication there is that the kids all have little boats that they would transport themselves from the mainland island to this treehouse island where they all hang out after school.
Yeah, something.
Which we canonically know because Kairi and Selphie wear school uniforms in Kingdom Hearts 2. So they have school.
That's right. They have
and
a school.
Mayor.
They have a mayor. The mayor is the person who adopted Kairi. The mayor's like her dad.
The mayor is her dad / mom. Who knows what?
Good question. You never see.
We don't know
that person.
We have no idea who that is. I can't mayor that kid. That's my child.
So, like, it's sort of bigger than they show you. We're really focusing on these kids of it all.
Yes.
In Destiny Islands. We're led to believe it's bigger than we're being shown.
Right.
Which comes back later with a few other people who also live here. And I'm not going to spoil that, but it might shock you, Mayanna.
I know Mischa keeps raising their eyebrows, which is never a good sign for me and my status quo.
I love shocking you with unbelievable things about these games.
I will say, it's like, as much as I love these games and I have a good sense of them, there are so many parts of it that I missed because as the games were coming out, I did not have a PSP and I did not play the mobile games that are exclusive to Japan. So there are some huge blind spots I have in some of the lore things. And so I'm scared because Mischa's whole deal is lore. They love lore in a crazy way.
It's true. Yeah, we're pulling a lot today from Kingdom Hearts 1 and then Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep.
Okay, which is the one that I'm very excited to play that I never played, but now that I have the PS4 to PS5 port of all of those main games, I will be playing Birth by Sleep for the first time with David, so I'm very excited.
And there's some reveals in Dream Drop Distance as well.
Oh, boy. That's one I'll have to get on the Switch because they did port Dream Drop Distance over to the Switch.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not one of the weird cloud ones?
It's not. Ooh, it might be a cloud. I'll have to double check, but they did HD remix.
Yes, I have it for PS5. I'm going to be playing that as well.
Heck yeah.
So that's where we're going to start. So, but first I want to just like paint a picture of Destiny Islands. What are its features? What's going on there? What happens there?
What happens there, yeah.
So we're introduced to it, and it's just this little oasis where there's a wide beach with bright clear water and a bright blue sky with idyllic, fluffy white clouds.
Heck yeah.
There's palm trees, and there's one specific palm tree that's like bent in such a way that really makes a good bench for sitting with your friends.
Good sitting over the sunset friend time.
Yeah, exactly. There's a cave, there's a waterfall, and there's also like driftwood structures.
That they presumably that the children built, I guess.
It's not really clear.
It's giving Tarzan vibes.
It's definitely giving Tarzan, Robinson Crusoe kind of like, it's also giving like kids building forts.
Kids treehouse. Yeah. And they also did a whole obstacle course. They built their own zip line.
That's pretty cool.
Presumably the parents helped, but they have a zip line.
Right. So that's what I mean. So like the extent to which the parents built this for them or like they built it themselves is not really, we don't even.
It's charming to think about. It's like sweet that this is their place. Like if I was a kid, this is the place that I would be so it's very Bridge to Terabithia as well. It's very like, this is our place.
And even more so in that vibe is the cave where all of the kids have gone into this little cave and like made little cave drawings on the walls.
Yeah, it's like a living scrapbook.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful, and like especially as Kingdom Hearts has a lot to do with memory, there's a lot of really lovely richness and texture there.
Yeah, it's really sweet and really cute. And also in this cave is a weird, spooky door.
With no lock and no handle. It's just a big old wood slab with some yellow filigree up against a rocky wall.
And it's just there.
And no one ever questions its existence.
Well, give Sora some credit.
Right.
That's not the only thing he doesn't question.
Right. You're so right. Of course. And the first sort of interaction we have with it is Sora walking past and not really paying attention. And a man in a spooky brown hood goes like, "You don't know anything," which is the worst cat call I've ever heard.
Yeah. We're going to come back to that guy in the brown cloak.
Oh, I can't wait.
And one other thing it's probably important to mention about up front is this piece of urban lore, this sort of folklore around Destiny Islands, around this fruit, the Paopu fruit.
Yes.
It's a star-shaped yellow fruit that grows on the palm trees. And these kids all talk about if you share a Paopu fruit with someone, it entwines your destinies.
Now, big question. What do you think a Paopu fruit tastes like?
I am imagining a mango.
I am also imagining a mango. I saw somebody online made a little cookie or like a little thing, and it's a lemon citrus mousse dipped in white chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
I know. Very citrusy, whatever it is. Like maybe a mix between like a lemon and a mango.
Yeah, I love a fruit dessert.
I know. It's good. The citrus, it's zesty. It wakes you up. It's good.
I feel like a Paopu fruit is zesty.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It cuts through the sugar for sure. Yeah.
Do you think if you bake a Paopu fruit into a cake and then share that cake at a party, it entwines all your destinies together?
I do think so, yes. I do think that's how that would work. Yeah.
That creates like unique lore for birthday cakes?
100%.
That's fun.
100%. I know, that's cute. Look at us.
Yeah.
We're having fun.
So this is what Destiny Islands is. It's a place where Friendship is easy breezy, beautiful.
Beautiful as the blue ass water.
Yeah.
And the blue ass sky.
And there's an open horizon all along one side of it.
And anything's possible, except you can't really leave there. As Ansem describes it at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, I think, interpreting something that Riku probably thought while their souls were intertwined, it's just a prison surrounded by water.
Yeah. Yep.
If you look at it that way. Hurt my feelings. What are you about to tell me, Mischa?
So now I want to talk to you through how Destiny Islands unfolds throughout the series. And because its name is Destiny Islands.
Yeah.
And they don't ever really refer to it that way until much later when it's kind of already established that that's what its name is.
Yeah,
so
Sora will just refer to it as my island.
Or home.
Yeah.
Or the island.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and they don't say the islands. They say the island. Which is why you're like, oh, and there's another island with a whole town?
Yep.
Weird. I thought it was just the one island.
Yep.
Okay.
Wait, is it Destiny Islands or is it Destiny Island when you see the name written?
It's kind of that Mandela effect where they call it one or the other depending on where you are in the story and how much of the story they've laid down so far.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Yensid calls it Destiny Islands.
Yeah, in my mind, I imagine an S at the end.
Yeah. But it's never really clear.
Yeah.
What is clear is that, like, this is home base.
Yeah.
And so we start in Kingdom Hearts 1, like, you don't know about other worlds.
Nope.
It's just, this is where we are. This is home. And obviously we're going to start a journey from here.
Yeah.
The whole first bit of Kingdom Hearts 1 is about how all they want to do is leave and see what else is out there.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the story of it. Mm-hmm. Yes, it's a cool place to grow up, but eventually we got to leave and see what's across the horizon, which comes at them very early in Kingdom Hearts 1 when darkness is invited onto the world. The door to darkness opens.
Little Shadow Heartless are oozing out of every crack.
And despite Sora's best attempts with his little wooden sword,
he cannot hit them.
That world crumbles to darkness.
Yeah.
And so for all of Kingdom Hearts 1...
Until the very end.
Destiny Islands is... it's fallen to darkness, but at that point when you're playing it, it just feels like it's destroyed.
Yeah, it's gone, or you can't access it, or you can't get back there.
It is gone, and also there's lore about how other worlds have shattered into millions of tiny bits, and you go...
That's probably
Did that happen to mine?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Why? Where'd it go?
Yeah.
And then at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, you come back and it's all weird.
Yeah, because when you find it, what you're experiencing are the pieces of it scattered throughout the Dark Realm. And so it's your home, but it's all twisted.
It's all crumbly and bad. And there's like a battlefield in the middle of it made out of like purple, weird nonsense.
It feels bad to be there.
It's unsettling. And also the music that's playing is not the very plinky plunky, lovely theme of the world. It's the Dive to the Heart theme, which is this angelic choir singing. It's very unsettling. And also Donald and Goofy being there in that moment feels wrong.
Yeah. Just briefly, will you give us like a sample of that Dive to the Heart? Excellent. Really good. Thank you so much. So at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, when you defeat Ansem and you defeat the darkness and you push back the darkness and you close the door to Kingdom Hearts or the door to darkness or whatever that door is.
Whatever they call it.
And the worlds kind of go back to, some of them restore, some of them don't, but Destiny Islands is one of the ones that kind of restores.
We did it.
Yeah. And Sora resolves to stay behind and not go back to Destiny Islands with the pieces of the beach that are floating back there. And sort of lets Kairi go back home.
Yeah, he's like, Kairi's safe. I'm glad she's safe. I have to go get our friend back. And my job is not yet done. And so you go grow up and go to high school. I'll be back at some point, I promise.
Right. So Destiny Islands is at that point restored to normal, but Sora doesn't make it back there, which is, he really hopes the next leap will be the leap home.
Yeah.
And then we move on to Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, which takes place entirely in a place called Castle Oblivion.
Yes.
Which is a castle that can create like facsimiles of worlds, simulacra of worlds based on your memories of them in its many floors.
Yes.
And so Destiny Islands is a level in Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, but it's just like a reflection of Sora's memory of it.
Right.
So it's not real.
Yeah.
And also, it's fucking spooky.
Yeah, and also Riku gets a moment to go back there too in Rechain, or what is it?
Reverse
Rebirth.
That's the mode of Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories where Riku's the protagonist.
Which is RR, and Riku's the third R.
Oh, just like the movie. So you go there, and this is actually right after Sora and Donald and Goofy have had a huge fight, where throughout Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, Sora's mind gets twisted into caring about this girl named Namine. We'll cover
which
it
I
and her and all of
cannot
it.
wait to talk about.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the point is that at a certain point in Chain of Memories, Donald and Goofy kind of notice this.
Yeah.
That as they've been going, Sora is becoming different to the point where like all he can talk about is Namine.
Mm-hmm.
And they find that weird and they call him on it, and Sora runs off into the Destiny Island world without them.
Yep.
And so it's like empty and spooky and uncanny and like a dark shadow of what's supposed to be a nice, pleasant place. And it's just so uncanny. It makes me, that level, it also has, I think, some minimalism in the score of it, if I remember correctly, where they sort of like tone the score back so it feels empty.
Yeah.
It's like, ugh.
Yeah.
And then at the very end of that, when you're sort of fighting to the heart of the world, he's trying to chase down Riku, who they've been fighting about who likes Namine more.
Which is a whole thing.
It's the whole thing. We'll get to it. But at the very end of that level, Namine
reveals herself.
She projects like a hologram of herself into that level of the castle and sort of reveals what she's been doing to Sora.
Yep.
So it's like a big twist to the story moment. And throughout the game, Namine has sort of been like rewriting and inserting herself into Sora's memories, specifically of Destiny Islands, his home.
Yeah, that they grew up together, that she was there the whole time, that they have been best friends, that there's photos of them as children.
Yeah, and in the beginning of the game, she's like, it was Sora, Riku, Kairi, and Namine, and then as the game progresses, she sort of edits Kairi back out.
Yep.
And sort of like tries to take her place. And so that's all happening, but like the fact that it's the corruption of those memories of Destiny Islands makes it hit
our
hard.
home.
It's about the corruption of that core of memories deep inside your heart, which is what the whole game is all about. It really nails the themes home, that conversation where Namine reveals her plot, reveals that she's been faking Sora's memories, happens in the memory of his home as it's being destroyed.
Yeah. It's a violation. Destiny Islands, I think, feels like this thing, as we talk a lot in this show about innocence and the violation of innocence the uncomfortable process of moving from innocence to adolescence into adulthood. Destiny Islands feels like an emblematic place of that conflict, that we're like fighting to preserve and protect this place that is a part of our childhood.
Yeah, every time they threaten Destiny Islands, it feels like they are threatening your continued innocence and your continued optimism.
And this place that shouldn't change.
Right.
That this place that because you've moved past it, it should exist in a perfect state because nothing bad ever was supposed to happen there.
Right. But also, that's how they use it in the series. So it happens to Destiny Islands a lot.
A lot.
They sort of damsel this world and be like, oh, we're going to do something bad to Destiny Islands. You better be
Destiny
scared.
Islands again. Yeah. Our childhood is threatened yet again.
Exactly.
Our safe space is taken over and ripped apart and rearranged in these horrible ways.
That's kind of what I've noticed. So the next time we see it is in Reverse Rebirth, the flip side of Chain of Memories, where Riku's going through
once
it.
you beat it, you get to do Luigi Super Mario Galaxy nonsense where you play through Riku. But what's a treat is like it is a whole other story.
It is fully...
It's a whole Riku story.
It's almost another game on its own.
It is, and you get to play as Riku. He gets a completely different combat kit. There's a lot of really fun stuff, and it's the first time you get to play as Riku, which I think gives you, as a player, a level of empathy for him that you never got to have up until that point.
Yeah, we honestly might have to split up the Chain of Memories and the Reverse Rebirth episodes into 2 episodes.
We will absolutely have to. It's a whole a lot of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Destiny Islands in that game is Riku is chasing somebody who looks like Sora. Somebody who's like using illusions to look like Sora. So Sora chases a simulacrum of Riku to get to Destiny Islands. Riku chases the same thing of Sora to get there as well.
Love it.
And both times, it's sort of the organization making fake copies of each other to say mean things to manipulate them into fighting.
It's there's a lot of gaslighting and a lot of like manipulation of children specifically going on. I mean, in all the games, but especially in
that's
Castle
literally
Oblivion.
the game where the plot is we're going to go in and edit your memories.
Yeah, we're going to gaslight your brain a lot.
Yeah. So it is a little bit gaslight the game.
Yeah.
It's revealed that that's not Sora, that it's actually an organization member named Zexion.
Who's hot.
Who's in, especially in Chain of Memories.
To be clear, is super hot. Yeah.
Of all the people who are like dressing with chain wallets and too many belts and like emo hair, he has the most emo flop over of
Yes.
his bangs
Yes.
of all of the characters.
Sometimes they unmask an Organization 13 member and you go, that doesn't feel right. That doesn't feel like the guy. And then you're like, that guy feels like the guy.
Yeah.
That guy, it makes sense.
It feels like I could buy this guy at Hot Topic, you know? And then in that moment, Namine also projects herself to Riku, and Riku's arc in this is basically that like he turned evil at the end of the first game, and how can he sort of return to his friends knowing that he fell to darkness.
And also he's got like an evil and some imaginary friend that's sort of like mocking him a lot and being like, you'll never be good enough.
Yeah, he's like, you're not my real dad.
Yeah.
And his whole arc is like sort of, Riku, you contain both light and darkness inside of you, and it's not about shoving aside the parts of yourselves that you don't like. It's about embracing all of yourself.
Yeah.
And so Namine shows up in that moment when he's fighting fake Sora and is like, hey, you need to be a whole person to win. You actually, it's more important that you be a whole person than it is that you're 100% light. And that's how he wins. And so like, it's a big turning point for Riku as well, that all of these turning points can only happen in their childhood home.
Yeah.
Probably makes them more vulnerable to hearing those things.
100%. And like, isn't it the most cathartic thing to return to a place that you remember from your childhood and you remember the person you were when you were in that place and you realize the things that you believed about yourself were wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is another reason that Destiny Islands gets used. I would say that like even more than having story relevance in and of itself as a world, it's used in this way to like quickly evoke the themes of the game as the story goes on.
100%.
You know?
Look how far I've come. Remember the person I was the last time I was here, and look at how much I've changed now that I'm back here again.
Yeah, like you can't go home again.
No. Or you will, but it will feel different.
Well, what I love about that phrase, you can't go home again, it's the same thing of like a man can't step in the same river twice because it's not the same river and he's not the same man. Like you can't go home again because you're not who you were when you were home. And home is not home it was when you were you. And all of those, parsing the meaning of all of those words, it's just like, man, you can't go home again.
A more millennial or a more like wry version of that was on another podcast that I listened to. The two girlies were talking, and they were talking about a guy who was complaining that the hot dogs in New York City don't taste good anymore. And they were like, is it that the hot dogs are different, or is it that you're not 12 years old anymore?
Yeah, 100%. They don't taste the same. You know what? I'm a New Yorker too, and they don't taste the same. So from there, we don't see a lot of Destiny Islands in Kingdom Hearts 2.
No, we see a snippet of it at the beginning with Kairi. Because,
Kairi is there, and as Kairi gets sort of entangled in the plot of Kingdom Hearts 2 and the organization, they visit her there, they sort of spy on her there. There's a point,
they kidnap her.
Yeah, well, there's a point where Axel tries to kidnap her. It's like, Axel's working some like double, triple agent stuff on the side.
Yeah, he's doing the most.
Yeah, we'll get there when we talk about Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix specifically.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
In the beginning of the game, just as she restores her memories of Sora as Sora re-enters the narrative, Axel tries to kidnap her.
Yeah.
And just as he's about to grab her, another dark portal opens up behind her. I think Riku does it.
Yes, I will double check that when we get there.
Yeah, if I'm remembering the plot of Kingdom Hearts 2 correctly, it's like Riku, but he has embraced some of his darkness, so he looks like Ansem, and he doesn't want Kairi to see him like that.
Yes,
so he's working with Diz.
Yes, he's working with Diz.
So he opens up a portal for her to escape Axel, but doesn't show up himself.
I want to just take a brief moment to talk about the color theory of Destiny Islands and Kingdom Hearts 2 specifically, because Destiny Islands and Kingdom Hearts 2 has a blush color palette.
Yeah, they in Kingdom Hearts 1, it's always like noon. It's always like bright and sunny. And you're right, in Kingdom Hearts 2, whenever they're showing Kairi being there, it's always like pink, orange sunset.
Sunset. It's very romantic. Yeah. It's very warm. It's very feminine. It's very Kairi color scheme coded.
And it looks exactly like her Keyblade looks later.
It does.
Oh.
Yeah. One, it's the place with Kairi there as the kind of core visual influence of it, because Riku and Sora have not been back.
No, in Kingdom Hearts 2, like, Destiny Islands is the Kairi world.
Destiny Islands is the Kairi world. It also feels, we're 15 now. We're getting a little older. The girls are in their school uniforms. Like, it feels like we're moving into, as we talk a lot about this, like moving from innocence into adulthood, like it does feel like that moment where a girl becomes a woman almost. she's still a child, to be clear, but like that she's got longer hair. She's much more introspective. She makes a promise to herself, which is like part of what's going on with Sora while he's in Castle Oblivion and he's forgetting things. The world outside Castle Oblivion is kind of forgetting him.
Yeah, it's sort of like as the connections break between Sora and the rest of people he knows, like he forgets them and they forget him.
Like for a year, people forget that Sora exists, and then they all kind of at the same time remember him because he's been reawakened.
Yeah,
and that's
when Naminé sort of like finishes fixing what she broke.
Yes, exactly. But Kairi has a hard time remembering Sora. She can't remember his name. She can't remember his face.
But she's also one of the first people to remember that he existed.
She remembered he did exist. And like Selphie doesn't remember because like we're getting close to the end of the process when we see Kairi again in Kingdom Hearts 2 on Destiny Islands. And she refuses to go to the Treehouse Island until she can remember everything about Sora.
Right.
As the memory starts to form, because we're getting close to Sora coming back, she takes this little message in a bottle and she puts it on the beach and she's like, I'm sending a message to him and I hope it gets to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, you are bursting at the seams to talk about Kairi.
Oh,
I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, I am very excited to talk about it. And also, yes, but like that is all Destiny Islands stuff. Yeah.
Yes, but when she runs through that dark portal that Riku opens for her, she ends up in Twilight Town, and she sort of starts tracking down Sora the way Sora was tracking her down in the first game.
Great. So
but
great.
At that point, like, Destiny Islands kind of exits the narrative.
Yeah, it's sort of like what Destiny Islands has represented up until this point is no longer what we're tracking, because we are firmly in this, like, I am taking on adult responsibilities era for the characters at that point.
They really enter the era of like, oh, Destiny Islands is just one of many worlds.
Yeah.
Wild. The next time after the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2, we see Destiny Islands again is at the very end when Sora finally makes it back there and Riku's back and the three of them are back and they all have nice beach times.
It's so great. And here's the thing. If Kingdom Hearts 2 had been the last game, and we'll talk about that more in the Kingdom Hearts 2 episode, like
that would have been a good ending.
It's a real, I'm home.
Yeah.
We're back.
We're back.
We did it.
And
you made it home.
And he falls into the ocean and he beams up at Kairi.
And he also is embraced aggressively by Donald and Goofy, who are also there. Everyone's there. And there's also this lovely charm that we're tracking, which is made out of shells from Destiny Islands, that Kairi and Sora keep passing back and forth to each other as they reunite and get separated again.
Yep.
And sorry,
that's okay. So as I've been looking stuff up for this episode, I learned that charm is called a wayfinder.
A wayfinder, which is how he finds his way home, and he holds Kairi's hand and he puts it back in her hand, and it's so beautiful.
Yeah, and then also like they're glittering in the sun,
it's
and
so gorgeous.
Kairi turns into Naminé, and Sora turns into Roxas, and they smile at each other.
We're all together. Anyway.
Yeah. It's really beautiful,
it's really moving.
But it's the way that like they give it to you in the beginning and then not through the whole game and then at the very end as a reward for beating the game. You know, it's used as that little beautiful moment in the sun that you earned and deserved.
It's stunning.
It's also like the fact that it's always bright and sunny, except for when it falls to darkness, but like the fact that they also sort of use it as the border of the realm of light. They're like, this is a bright, sunny world. This represents the realm of light.
You know what else is kind of spooky is I realize the only time we see Destiny Islands at night is when it's being attacked by Heartless, which is really cool. That's a really cool thing. Hi, friends. It's Mayanna again. Thank you so much for listening to Simple and Clean, a Kingdom Hearts podcast. Mischa and I have been just feeling the love lately. We've been getting so many sweet reach outs. We've been talking to so many people who either are playing the games now for the first time or have reignited a spark and love for the games because they've been listening to the show. So thank you all so much for listening, and we've really, really appreciated the support. As many of you know, this show is produced exclusively by Mischa and myself. Mischa edits the entire show by themselves. And if you do want to send us some love, we do have a Patreon. If you go over to Simple and Clean Pod on Patreon, you can subscribe to the $5 Final Mix tier and get ad-free episodes, so you don't have to hear me say these words to you ever again. If you don't want to do that, that's totally fine. We totally understand. If you wouldn't mind sharing the show with a friend or leaving a review or a comment on one of our episodes, any of that engagement lets people know that, you like the show and you want to see more of the show, and we appreciate any of that as well. We've got a lot of really fun episodes coming up, so if you have been listening, I hope you'll stick around and hear us talk about things like Kairi, what a heart even is, some sweet stuff about other lore worlds like Traverse Town and Destiny Island. So please stick around, and we're so thrilled that so many people have found love in these games that we have found as well. Also, some fun updates on the multi-crew side of things. Starting Monday, September 15th is the multi-crew drive. It's a time where a lot of the different Multitude podcast hosts and producers link up and join forces to do some silly shenanigans and raise some support for the network. So starting on September 15th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we've got supersized trivia night hosted by Julia. And then on Friday, September 19th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, we've got the Spirits Sleepover, where people are going to share personal ghost stories and hometown urban legends, and some classic sleepover games may be partaken upon. Those are words. Then the following Monday, September 22nd at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard, Julia is going to be playing Date Everything while the multi-crew tells her what to do and what choices to make, which will be very delightful. And then we've got on Friday, September 26th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard, Your Hottest Takes, hosted by Brandon, where people will submit their hottest takes, toss them in a hat, and then will be chosen at random, and the people on the call will have to defend their take, and the group guesses whether or not it's actually their hot take or not. So if you want to partake in any of this fun stuff, check out some more information at multitude.productions or join the Multitude Discord to get in on all the fun action. As Kingdom Hearts fans, we over here at Simple and Clean know there's nothing more important in this or any world than the drip, the threads, the look, which is why we're thrilled that we've got the support of the amazing drip crafters over at Insert Coin sponsoring this episode. Insert Coin creates stylish, approachable, and size-inclusive apparel for so many of your favorite video game fandoms like Ace Attorney, Fallout, God of War, The Last of Us, and so many others. Based in Essex, just outside of London, everything Insert Coin makes is in partnership with the studios behind your favorite games. Right now, they're celebrating their 15th birthday, and with our promo code Simple and Clean, you can get 10% off your purchase and help support us while we yap about Sora's big shoes. Visit insertcoinclothing.com and use promo code Simple and Clean for 10% off. That's insertcoinclothing.com for 10% off.
So then we're moving on into sort of ancillary game territory.
We're doing weird stuff now. We're getting weird with it.
We're waiting around for Kingdom Hearts 3. We're going through high school. We're going through college.
And
we're
you're
going
like, hey,
through...
do you want some handheld console games to get
you're like,
you
no,
through
but
exams?
I will.
I'll buy them. Of course I will. I'm thirsty, but
yeah,
you know, I would love to know how this ends, please.
Exactly. So we have games that exist as a trio here. We have Kingdom Hearts Coded,
yes,
and Recoded,
yes,
where the Destiny Islands we see is once again a data recreation of it.
It's giving Chain of Memories, but like, what if we spiced it up a little bit?
And this time, actually, the protagonist of that game is a data version of Sora, who it turns out through that game is his own person separate from real Sora.
Hell yeah,
and
brother.
That, you know? So, like,
love that
we can talk
shit.
about that. But so they don't really go to Destiny Islands. They go to, like, a copy of Destiny Islands.
Yeah, it's like what not Norman Rockwell. Well, who is that weird photographer in the 80s who did the picture of Marilyn Monroe? With the white hair and the sunglasses. God, what the
Andy
fuck
Warhol?
is Andy Warhol? It's giving Warhol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So the next game up in this order is 358 by 2 days.
Hell yeah.
Which is...
one of my faves.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, because it's got the Roxas Axel Shion trio, which is like...
well, also I had a DS and I didn't have a PSP, so it was the one I got to play.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So this is a game that sort of takes place with Roxas before Kingdom Hearts 2 when he was part of the organization, and it's kind of about him quitting.
It's about him quitting his first job.
Yeah.
And it's about him working in a toxic workplace, and I relate to that. Not currently, just in the past.
But also, Roxas is not from there. He sort of adopts Twilight Town as his home.
Yeah.
Axel's not from there. Shion's not from there.
No.
Nobody in 358 by 2 days is from Destiny Islands.
No, they only care about it in that it's tangentially associated with the lore of a character that lives in their brains rent-free, which is plot pertinent.
Exactly. And so, like, the most you get is that, like, Roxas and Shion kind of have some dreams about Destiny Islands.
You could make a technical argument that Shion is from Destiny Islands. You could make a technical argument that Shion is from Destiny Islands because Shion is an amalgam of Sora's memories of Kairi and also maybe just like a kind of weird aspect of Kairi.
Yeah.
And so if Sora's memories of Kairi are the reason Shion exists and Sora only knows Kairi from her time on Destiny Islands, technically Shion is from Destiny Islands.
But Kairi's from Hollow Bastion.
I know, but not the Kairi Sora knows, which is what Shion is a living embodiment of.
Layers.
Mm-hmm.
The layers.
I'm being a bitch for no reason. It's just kind of tangential.
Yeah, it's they mention it as like a memory that they vaguely have in the back of their minds, which is kind of what the whole thing is about.
Could you make an argument that Oathkeeper as a keyblade is technically also part of Destiny Islands because it's made out of a keychain made of shells from Destiny Islands?
Oh, 100%. I think of Oathkeeper as the Destiny Islands keyblade.
100%.
Even though you get it in other places, like it's just sort of representative of that place, and the lightness of it reminds me of the lightness of Destiny Islands.
Absolutely, and there's like a seashell kind of iridescent vibe to it. Yeah.
The third in that trio of games is the prequel Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to put a pin in that and come back to it.
That's so okay.
Okay. Because next, what I want to talk about is after Kingdom Hearts 2, in the plot progression of it, is Dream Drop Distance. Kingdom Hearts 3D DDD.
The mastery exam game, I like to call it.
Yes, the game where it picks up right at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2, where everybody's back and home and having fun, and they get a letter from Mickey and Yen Sid through Mickey being like, hey, we should get you guys up to speed on this whole Keyblade War stuff.
And also, it's very much giving, hey, remember how you have to apply to college soon? And you're like, oh my God.
Right, exactly. So you start there, and again, it's kind of the first level. And in fact, in order to get out of there and go to other worlds again, they have to unlock the keyhole of Destiny Islands. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but in Kingdom Hearts 1, we were trying to lock all the keyholes.
Correct.
And now we're trying to unlock them?
We're trying to seal them so they can be protected from darkness.
So we closed them all.
Yeah.
And now we're opening them.
That sounds dangerous.
What are keyholes? What do they do? Why would we
I
do
imagine
that?
we'll have a whole episode where we talk about
Probably,
that.
yeah. And so, again, you sort of leave Destiny Islands. Sora and Riku go on a journey through all of the worlds that fell to darkness before Kingdom Hearts 1 in order to, like, restore them back to light. They're called the Sleeping Worlds.
Yes.
And they're trying to learn the power of awakening.
Yes. The power of awakening or the power of waking?
Well, in Dream Drop Distance, it's called the power of awakening. And then in Kingdom Hearts 3, it's called the power of waking.
Hell yeah, brother. I love it here. I love it here.
And you go around to all these different worlds, and this is sort of as a test to earn the mark of mastery, and then Xehanort shows up to ruin the whole thing.
There you go.
And it's not old Xehanort, and it's not heartless Xehanort, and it's not nobody Xehanort. It's young Xehanort from the past.
Yeah.
It's young hot Xehanort who is Sora's age from the past.
Whoa.
And
sorry, young, age-appropriate, normal Xehanort.
Somebody's shipping it. Sora X Xehanort.
Oh, well, that's intriguing.
That's toxic.
Anyway, no, we couldn't possibly.
The only thing I could think of that would be more toxic is young Xehanort and Riku.
Yeah, I think that's or Maleficent and Pete, but for unrelated reasons.
I hate that so much. Why did you say that?
Because he's in love with her.
I hate it.
He's in love with her.
He is, but don't say it.
Well, I'm saying it.
Anyway, so you leave and you wake up these sleeping worlds, and Xehanort steps in, and as young Xehanort is kind of having his villain speech at the very end, he gives you visions of his childhood where he was growing up on Destiny Islands.
You know what? You know what's crazy about that? I was thinking about this literally yesterday, where it's like the best villains are villains where they're so similar to the hero that it's like, if one thing had gone wrong, maybe Sora, like maybe our good guy could have been a bad guy, maybe our bad guy could have been a good guy. And the idea that the bad guy who's the most bad guy ever came from the place you were born from is such a...
Well, yeah, and what's powerful to me about that is like, Kairi's not even from there.
Kairi's not even from there. You know? Yeah, that's a great point. That like, the guy that... the guy that's all the problems is from the place where it feels like nothing bad could ever happen here. It feels like no bad person could ever come from here.
Right. Well, I'll give a little caveat to this.
Oh boy.
I have dug into the lore of the mobile games.
Of course you have.
The ones that can only be played
because you're a professional
in Japan. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do a Kingdom Hearts show for my job now.
There you go.
That's pretty sick.
You're a professional.
Anyway, so I've looked into it, and it turns out at the end of the second mobile game, there's 3 mobile games. There's Kingdom Hearts Key. There's Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. And there's Kingdom Hearts Dark Road.
Yes.
At the end of Union Cross, basically the world kind of ends, and people have to time travel to the future to escape the apocalypse.
That's
or
so funny.
Be reincarnated intentionally.
Oh.
And the player character, who in the lore and in fandom is referred to as Player. Their name is Player.
Oh,
Because
you make your own character.
Exactly.
Which is the dream, and it's so messed up that was on a mobile game.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. The
Sorry.
mobile game was also about gachapons where you could get little aesthetics for your character. Your favorite thing?
I love costumes so much. I'm upset.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So at the end of Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, and I'm going to have a lot to say about Key and Union Cross when we get there.
I can't wait. Oh my God.
At the end of Union Cross, Player allows themselves to sort of die and be reincarnated into a new person. And that person is living in Scala ad Kylum.
Fuck yeah. Stairway to Heaven.
Another world. Which is built right on top of the foundations of the old world, actually. We'll have more to say later. But the reincarnation of Player from Kingdom Hearts Union Cross is living in Scala ad Kylum when a baby named Xehanort is born. And there's a cutscene at the end of Kingdom Hearts Union Cross where the reincarnation of Player, who's now old and sort of stooped, takes this baby to Destiny Islands to raise. So the Player character from Union Cross is Xehanort's parent, kind of.
That's so fucked up.
And Xehanort is sort of built up as this person who has a unique ability to see into the hearts of others. And seeing into Player's heart and visions of other worlds is what inspires Xehanort to leave Destiny Islands in the first place.
So fucked up. I mean, but it also folds very nicely into my theory that we talked about in the Keyblade episode, which is that we are the Keyblade.
Yeah.
That we as the player, because the Keyblade is something that guides Sora's actions, that we are that conduit.
Yeah.
And it is funny, the idea of a character whose canonical name is literally Player is the thing that inspires. Because video games, as our books, as our movies, all media beckons you to engage with it in order for it to exist, right? Yep. I mean, tree falls in the middle of forest. The movie exists even when you're not watching it. The game exists even when you're not playing it. But a game requires you to progress it in order to get the character from A to B. And I think that the idea that we as the player, by engaging with the piece, inspire the conflict that will then continue to have us engaging with the piece is really cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
There's a cool little loop around there.
That's so funny. And that it ties into the first world, the tutorial world, the world where you get to sort of interact with combat for the first time, get to interact with other characters meaningfully for the first time.
But again, we're sort of giving Xehanort Destiny Islands so that he can have a place to be I want to get off this island.
Yeah, that too, because it's you never want to stay in the tutorial. Yeah. That's God, oh my God. It's like growing up. It's the thing you have to do so that you can strike out on your own. That's fucked up, guys. You can't do this to me. You can't make a game this deep. You can't.
They can.
You can't.
Oh, they can.
Fuck.
So, and as I've been looking into the Union Cross cutscenes, which are 2D chibi cartoons with just text and no voiceover, by the way, and I've been watching all of them. You're welcome.
Woof.
So as I've been watching the Union Cross cutscenes and going back through Dream Drop Distance, what the games imply is that Player brings Xehanort to Destiny Islands as a baby, raises him to be about 15, whatever age he is in Dream Drop Distance.
Okay.
Dies on the beach, imparting his last wisdom to teen Xehanort.
Okay.
And the very next moment is when future Xehanort comes back from the future to the past to say, hey, young Xehanort, you're going to travel the worlds.
That's so fucked up.
it implies that it happens in like the time travel perfect moment.
Well, I mean, I'm sure it was literally like if Xehanort's in the future going like, I have to steer him towards this future, whatever. It's like the number one way to do that is to jump to literally the moment where he is the most malleable. But the moment where he's on his own for the very first time.
I know. And listen, like, time travel in Kingdom Hearts is very strange. I'm going to have a whole episode about it.
It's on vibes.
It is literally on vibes. One of the things is like you don't necessarily need a capsule to do it for some versions of it.
Cool.
But like, so take this as a metaphor and not literally, but it's almost like old Xehanort typed into his time machine when my dad died.
Yeah, moment my dad died. Moment dad took last breath.
I know.
Because also when characters die in these games, they kind of like fade out of existence.
Yeah.
They sort of like disintegrate
into dust. And that's what happens in Union Cross,
Yeah.
actually. He just fades.
Yeah, just boop, done, gone.
So that's kind of weird. So but all of those scenes are on Destiny Islands. That's when Destiny Islands shows up in Union Cross. You're like, hey, that's Destiny Islands.
Fucking crazy.
It's wild.
I love it so much.
So this is also Xehanort's home.
That's insanity.
Which is why in Birth by Sleep, when Xehanort, who is kind of Ventus's mentor, Ventus being one of the main characters of Birth by Sleep.
Who looks exactly like Roxas, but is a different guy.
Yep. And also is a character in Union Cross.
Ventus?
Yep. Ventus's timeline shit is so weird.
Because he's supposed to be 15, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's also 15 after he's in a coma for 10 years.
That makes sense.
And also he existed 300 years ago in the Age of Fairy Tales. I'm not joking you. This is a thing I learned recently. The episodes on Kingdom Hearts Key and Kingdom Hearts Union Cross are gonna.
I can't wait.
Fucking slap.
My head hurts already. This was a whole part that I was like, okay. You know, like I knew they existed and I knew they were relevant and I knew they were prequel games and they set up a bunch of lore things for just the broader world, but I didn't realize that they cracked the egg wide open. Like,
I posted this in the Multitude Discord, which is free to join. And if you want a lovely chill vibe on Discord, come hang. I posted this in our channel in the Multitude Discord of like, what do you mean a character that only shows up briefly in the very beginning of Kingdom Hearts Union Cross and then really isn't in it a lot again is essential to Kingdom Hearts 4. She's in the Kingdom Hearts 4.
She's in the trailer,
That's
right?
the girl
Chirisi or whatever?
Strelitzia,
right.
That's whose apartment Sora is staying at.
Marluxia's dead younger sister?
Yeah. Correct.
For whomst he is on some evil shit because she's dead.
Mayanna, 100% accurate. Those episodes are going to be crazy. Well, I'm going to put a pin in that right now.
I'm so hyped.
Suffice it to say, Ventus is, at the very beginning of Birth by Sleep, as the game starts, sort of a student of Xehanort's. And something has happened to Ventus, and he is unconscious, and Xehanort sort of brings his body here to Destiny Islands.
So funny. Yeah.
And at first you're like, oh, we're on Destiny Islands because that's the place where all the games start.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like he brought Ventus there to die.
Yeah.
But now, with the context of that's where Xehanort is from, it's like you brought him to your peaceful homeland.
You brought him to your peaceful homeland. Also, it's giving I am like my father.
Right. It's exactly that.
Man.
So that really adds a bunch of context to that scene.
Yeah. Wow.
So he brings Ventus there kind of to be in a coma and die. And then Sora, who's 5 or 4 at that point. He's like a baby.
He's 4 years old. He's 4 years old.
Yeah, he's a baby.
Because it's 10 years before Kingdom Hearts 1 takes place.
I believe that's true.
Yeah, he's 4 years old.
So he is there, and he has such an exceptionally open heart because he's Sora, and that's who he is. And through the dreamscape,
in the dive to the heart area,
Sora's heart touches Ventus's.
Yes.
And sort of revives him.
But Aqua is also there, right?
Later.
Yeah.
So another thing about Birth by Sleep is that it's got 3 protagonists who are all part of a trio, and they're all sort of traveling to different worlds, but they go there in different orders, and they're like always just constantly missing each other.
There's a canonical best way to play through it. I have to double check what it is. Because,
I have that progression specifically for Destiny Islands here in front of me. So that's kind of what's going on with Destiny Islands, because like as soon as Ventus wakes up, Xehanort's like, oh, well, you're alive. I'm going to do something else. And he leaves, and he takes Ventus to the place where Birth by Sleep happens, and like he becomes a Birth by Sleep guy.
Oh my god!
So that's really all you see of Destiny Islands for a lot of Birth by Sleep. And then in their turns, each one of those protagonists makes their way to Destiny Islands.
Hell yeah.
The first one canonically is Terra.
That makes sense.
Terra's the sort of big brother warrior of the group. He's played by Logan from Veronica Mars.
Hell yeah.
Did you ever watch Veronica Mars?
No, I did not.
I fucking love Veronica Mars. And also starred Kristen Bell, who plays Anna, who's also in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
Let's go. Connections. So Terra's the first one who goes there. And he arrives on Destiny Islands, not just anywhere, but on their beach. And earlier in the game, before they all set off on their individual missions, Aqua presents them with Wayfinders, that little star-shaped charm.
The little charm.
And she sort of mentions that, like, these are a traditional charm. They're given to friends, and they're shaped after this sort of destiny-themed fruit from this one world. I've never seen one, but this is what they look like.
Sure, yeah.
And so the first thing Terra notices when he gets there is like, oh, that's those fruits that Aqua was talking about. This is a special place. And it's sunset and it's beach, and he's walking along the beach, and he's just sort of like feeling the destiny of it. And who should run up to him but Sora and Riku, who are babies.
Little baby children.
They are once again racing across the beach because that's all they ever do.
That's what they do.
They just are always in foot races with each other. And he sort of talks to them, and Riku really gives Terra some kind of vibe. Even at that young age, Riku really wants to leave.
Yeah, well, that and also Riku and Terra's names are tangentially associated in Japanese.
That's true.
Because they both mean earth.
Yes. The trio in the mainline games and the trio in Birth by Sleep both have earth, wind, and water themes. So Riku and Terra really instantly vibe. Terra's like, oh yeah, is that your thing, Riku? Do you want to leave? And Riku's like, yeah, I heard about this one other kid who left.
Oh.
Uh-huh. Riku's inspired to leave by the fact that Xehanort left.
Which is fucked up because also Riku told Kairi that Kairi was the reason he wanted to leave.
Well, that's also part of this. So as he's talking, as he's like, man, I really do have dreams of like getting out there and making my mark on the world, Terra has this vision of standing in Riku's place, young Xehanort. He's like, oh, well, at this point, Terra doesn't think Xehanort's evil, actually.
No,
He's
I know.
sort of
Terra really buys what Xehanort's selling.
Yeah, Xehanort is kind of introduced in this game as like a friend of their mentor.
Yes.
They were young Keyblade apprentices together.
Yes.
That's what happens in Kingdom Hearts Dark Road, the
it's
third
also,
mobile game.
It's giving Sora and Riku again because it's giving like best friends / rivals.
Exactly. Well, and Eriquis has dark hair and Xehanort has like gray hair and it's like a light and dark thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So Terra has this vision of like, oh, there was once another powerful Keyblade wielder who was from these islands.
Fuck.
And Terra bends down and bequeaths his Keyblade to Riku.
Yes, which is how a bequeathing is you touch someone else's Keyblade.
Yeah. And actually, Terra kind of has this beautiful like poem / oath that he kind of gives to Riku in like a ceremony on the beach.
Wow.
It's kind of cool.
It's probably the most formal bequeathing we get then because
it is.
The rest of them kind of happen by accident.
Right. Exactly. It really makes the bequeathal feel like a ceremony
really important.
In a way that the rest of them are just like, here, kid, touch it.
Ironic given that like Riku is probably, again, the one that falls to darkness similarly to the way Terra does, but he gets the most formal engagement with any of these systems of any of the characters, of any of the main 3.
He's the one who goes through the test and passes. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
But also, isn't there something to be said about the person who follows all the rules, did all of the things, went to the good school, and still fell to darkness?
As a millennial, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't know what you mean.
Anywho.
Never went. What?
So that's kind of all that happens in Terra's bit of Destiny Islands. Like, he has this moment with Riku, and then he leaves, and he goes to another world. Yeah. Later, after Terra's already been there, Aqua shows up.
Yes.
And she also, it's not clear if it's the same sunset or like a couple days later or time. It's not clear when, but Sora and Riku run on the beach.
Classic.
Another foot race.
Classic boy.
And she leans down and says like, wow, you kids, you have like a warrior spirit. Maybe you guys would be. And she kind of looks down in both of their eyes. And it's not clear how she knows, actually, but she can feel that Riku has already been bequeathed the Keyblade.
Well, Aqua and Terra seem to have a very special relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real mom and dad are fighting vibes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Aqua sort of like sees into Riku's heart and sees that he's already been activated or something. And she's like, well, I don't want to give a Keyblade to Sora because then they'll be rivals. And me and my friends are all Keyblade wielders and we're rivals and I wouldn't wish that life on anyone.
Brutal.
Prequel.
Yeah.
So instead of bequeathing her Keyblade to Sora, she just kind of says like, hey, Sora, if anything ever happens to Riku, you'll protect him, right?
Aww.
And he's like, yeah, I promise.
And then she accidentally bequeaths her Keyblade to Kairi because Kairi touches it by accident in a completely unrelated moment.
Yeah, that's in Hollow Bastion because Kairi's not on Destiny Islands yet. So that's not a Destiny Island moment, but yes, that does happen. So that's really all Aqua does there. She just like shows up and feels the vibes and leaves.
Yeah.
Destiny Islands, land of vibes.
Yep. Gotta love some vibes.
And then on Ventus's journey through Birth by Sleep, there's a lot happening with Ben potentially being dark or falling to darkness or something. He's sort of the one that's like keyed up to be like the darkness MacGuffin a little bit.
Gotta love it.
And Ericus, his mentor, is like, I need to destroy that before it gets out of control. And Terra's like, you're not going to destroy my little brother. Fuck you, dude. I don't care who you are. And in order to like throw his body in front of Ventus to save him, Terra kind of shoves then through a portal so that he's not in danger anymore, and he ends up on Destiny Islands.
Gotta love it.
Sora's not there. Riku's not there. Nobody from Destiny Islands occurs in Ventus's scenes of Destiny Islands.
That's so
it's
funny.
It's literally just he's there.
That's so disrespectful. Damn.
Yeah. And so Ventus is really feeling like angst and rage about like, I can't believe my mentor betrayed me like that. I thought I was safe there. And then the villain of Birth by Sleep, Vanitas, who is Xehanort's kind of like dark henchman.
Hell yeah.
Shows up and is like, yeah, man, wasn't that fucked up? You should join my team.
Yeah, I'm evil. I have yellow eyes. And I won't say anything else because I want to talk about that later.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So it's kind of like the two of them have like a standoff, but then like they clash and they like leave. Like they don't even have their fight on Destiny Island. They just like fully leave. And that's what Destiny Islands is in Birth by Sleep.
Oh
it's
my God.
Just the vibes. It's like, it sets up a lot of plot stuff, but it's not terribly important to the plot of Birth by Sleep, I guess. Yeah. It's just kind of a place where they go and then they leave.
Sure. Cool.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And so after Ven and Vanitas leave, we don't really come back to Destiny Islands again. The game progresses. Aqua and Terra have a tiff.
They certainly
do. A falling out.
Certainly do.
And in order to save him from falling deep into the realm of darkness forever, supposedly, Aqua sort of like dives into the portal herself and shoves Terra out of the way.
Yep.
And she fully falls to darkness.
Yep.
And that is like the last time we see her in Birth by Sleep.
The women always taking shit in these games, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, truly. Fortunately, there's another little side game. It's almost like a tech demo for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, it was like a little teased bonus DLC type deal. Mm-hmm.
And it stars Aqua in the Dark Realm trying to escape.
It's like comically short. It's like 4 hours long.
It's such a short, but it's good and fun.
It's really cool. And you get little costumes.
Yeah, it's called Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep 0.2 A Fragmentary Passage.
Great title. No notes. No notes.
No notes?
No.
Not one?
Nope.
I have some. So in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep 0.2 A Fragmentary Passage,
Jesus.
In that game, Aqua's going through some sleeping worlds. She sees Cinderella World. She sort of goes through these like shattered medieval town squares. And it's very spooky.
Yeah, rocking.
She goes through like some weird magic mirrors. Time and space are all messed up in the Dark Realm.
It's scary in there.
Yeah. And even though the game is like 4 hours long, like halfway through it, she meets Mickey, who from Kingdom Hearts 1 is here looking for the Dark Realm Keyblade to seal the door. Mm-hmm. So you cross him on that journey.
Which is great
because then it's an Aqua and Mickey adventure. Mm-hmm. You sort of progress to the end of that. At the very end of Fragmentary Passage, Aqua and Mickey get to Destiny Islands after it's fallen.
Hell yeah.
And they are like, wow, this is a bright sunny beach. That's weird for the Dark Realm. And they fight some Heartless on the beach.
Classic.
And then they go back into the secret cave with the spooky door.
Oh.
And in the Dark Realm, when Mickey opens the spooky door, that's where the Keyblade is.
Oh!
He finds the Dark Realm Keyblade on Destiny Islands.
Fuck yes. Yeah, boy.
And like they find it, they get out, they're like, oh wow, Mickey's thing was completed. And just as that's happening is like Sora's getting done beating Ansem at the door. So
that's so crazy.
So as they're standing on the beach, it starts restoring. They're trapped in the Dark Realm, and so it starts like Destiny Island gets restored to the Realm of Light, but it leaves Aqua behind.
So what you're telling me is that moment where Mickey shows up with the Keyblade at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, he had that thing for 0.2 fragmentary passage seconds.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The point is that like Destiny Islands, even when it's sleeping, even when it's destroyed, remains this important, vital place.
I love that.
It's crazy.
That rocks.
And then Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
Where, you know, again, we're in a place with Sora and Riku after their mastery exam where it's like, yeah, Destiny Island's just one of many worlds.
Mm-hmm.
But, and Kingdom Hearts 3 has very loose reason for you to travel through the world. It's like, hey, Sora, you failed your exam. You should go study. Disney Worlds is a good place to study for your exam. And then he goes to some.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the whole reason he's doing it.
Which, hey, you know, I don't care. I don't care. I want to see Monsters, Inc.
Yeah, truly, like, go be a Toy Story, Sora.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah. And then, while Sora's doing all of that, Riku and Mickey are kind of on a mission to go save Aqua from having fallen to the Dark Realm.
Great.
Riku's a master. Mickey has been tasked by Yin Sid to gather as many Keyblade wielders as they can for the final confrontation. And they're like, we need Aqua. We got to go save her.
Yes.
I promised I would save her. And even though Fragmentary Passage was only like a 4-hour game, because time is wonky, she spent 10 years in there.
Yep.
It's kind of messed up.
It's really messed up. Aqua, she might be one of the characters who suffers the most.
Yeah, truly.
In Kingdom Hearts.
Men.
And we will talk about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
But in doing that mission, Riku and Mickey fall to danger. And Chip and Dale call Sora and is like, they're in danger!
Great.
And Sora reaches into his heart and says, Gummy Ship, Keyblade, take me to Riku and Mickey. But you can't go to the Dark Realm from the Light Realm. That's not how it works. So instead, they take him to Destiny Islands.
Hell yeah.
A place that is like, it feels like it's on the border now. Because we've seen it in the Dark Realm, we've seen it in the Light Realm. It's gone back and forth.
It's kind of in the betweens. And also, it sounds like, you know, it's living up to its name. It's a place that's filled with destiny and a place where people are destined to find each other and destined to intertwine with each other. And so it makes sense that they would be here.
And so from there, they find a portal to the Dark Realm. They save Aqua from darkness. And like, even though she's been like sort of restored to light, she's about to pass out again. Yeah. And she like wakes up and it's bright and shining. And Riku and Sora are standing over her, and she's like, hey, you guys, when did Destiny Islands fall back into darkness? And they're like, nah, girl. We got you out.
Aww.
And it's like honestly one of the most emotional moments in Kingdom Hearts 3.
There's a lot of really powerful reunions and rescues and like, yeah, because I mean, the Kingdom Hearts games do a lot of unresolved stuff. Like you end game, like again, even Kingdom Hearts 1, like you end all these games in these really cliffhangery places. And it's really nice that one of those biggest ones, one of the most harrowing things, and I think one of the most horrifying arcs for a character of any character in any of the Kingdom Hearts games, resolves so lovely on the place where we're supposed to feel safe and it's supposed to feel like home.
Yeah.
That's great.
And once they save Aqua, they're like, they need Aqua to save a couple other people, so they leave as soon as they got Aqua again.
Yeah.
And we don't come back to Destiny Islands again until the very end of the game when Xehanort's been defeated and Roxas, Axel, and Shion have been united, and Terra, Ven, and Aqua have been reunited.
All the trios are trioing again.
Sora, Riku, and Kairi are reunited. And there's a beautiful sequence set to a grand Utada Hikaru song.
Yeah.
And Axel and Saix are there.
Yeah, and they have stuff that's important also.
Yeah, we'll get to that later. But like all of these people are reunited and they're just having a nice time on the beach, making sand sculptures and throwing a frisbee. And like
Shion gets a cute outfit.
Yeah. Shion finally gets clothes.
She gets
that
real
isn't
clothes.
Just a dark coat. And it's, again, they're using Destiny Islands as like your reward.
You did it. You made it. You're home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just when you think everything is safe and everything is nice, Sora fades away. And where did he go?
We don't know.
We'll find out in Kingdom Hearts 4.
Whenever we get to play it.
Yep.
Oh, Destiny Islands.
So that's all the thing. And all of that happens on Destiny Islands.
So as you were doing your research, you're like, what are your takeaways with Destiny Islands?
My takeaways are that, like, Destiny Islands represents a lot of things. It's sort of the MacGuffin of worlds.
Yes.
Where it's not so much about what is actually there, the actual qualities of it, but it's used as this plot hook to symbolize deep things. Where it symbolizes the safety of home, but also how home is not safe.
Yes.
Because they use it as, like, this bright thing, and then they're constantly corrupting
violating it and ripping it apart and putting it back together.
Yeah, it's supposed to feel like a backwater, and later they treat it as just another world from Sora and Riku's perspective, but it also is, like, such a small place at the heart of everything somehow.
100%.
The fact that, like, it keeps coming up for emotional moments, the fact that, this is a world where people are destined to entwine their fates.
You know what's also interesting is, like, North Star. You know, like that there's a lot of star imagery, and it's like, it could be just one star in a sky of stars or a sky of worlds, because the worlds to our characters, when they're inside of them, when they look to the sky instead of stars, what they understand the stars to be are other worlds that may or may not disappear or be fragmentary in some way. And it's like Destiny Islands might be just one star in that sky, but, like, what if it's the North Star?
Yeah.
What if it's, like, this place by which a lot of other stars and destinies converge on each other? Yeah.
I mean, the fact that the Paupu fruit, the fruit that entwines destinies, is shaped like a 5-pointed star cannot be ignored.
It cannot.
That's the thing. Destiny Islands is just full of symbols.
Yes.
Truly, like, it's all just a vibe.
It's all a vibe.
It's also a vibe of, like, you know, like, player brings Xehanort there to be quiet and away and safe. And Xehanort brings Ventus there to be quiet and away and safe. And Xehanort sends Kairi there to be away and safe.
And it's also interesting because all of the characters who were born there, or all of the characters who grew up there, want nothing more than to leave that comfort and safety.
Yeah.
Because they don't realize that adventure, and, like, I think about this a lot with, like, Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, where it's like adventure is such a fun romantic idea until you realize, and I think about it with every D&D campaign, most adventures are just arduous. You're sleeping on bedrolls on rocky terrain. You're fighting tooth and nail to survive. Adventures are harrowing and will change you and can kill you. And all you want at a certain point, I think, is to harken back to a place of comfort and safety, which is interesting that Destiny Islands consistently is a symbol of, like, maybe I can just be here for a second. And sometimes you can, and sometimes you can't.
Yeah. I mean, it's always on the way to somewhere darker.
Yeah.
You know, it symbolizes the safe place, but, like, the fact that they are always violating that is, like, largely symbolic of how no place is safe.
Right.
So they use that language of, like, the concept of home, and they tie that to Destiny Islands. They're constantly showing how, like, home doesn't look like it used to when you left, and using that to, like, make you feel vulnerable and make you feel unsafe.
Yeah, absolutely.
The last thing I want to touch on about Destiny Islands that kind of struck me is the symbol of, like, the beach as the border to somewhere larger. Another thing that comes up a bunch in Kingdom Hearts is the beach as the border. You know, the fact that, like, when he's trying to get to the Dark Realm, in the Dark Realm, there's a lot of scenes where people are on, like, the Dark Realm's beach.
Yeah.
You know, the Dark Beach is sort of where people think they are closest to the light.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of where the door to light opens up at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2 to take them back to Destiny Islands. The fact that, like, you open a door on that beach in Kingdom Hearts 3 to get to Aqua.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they love using that mirror of, like, the Dark Beach, which is just, like, a part of the realm of darkness they introduced to you, is supposed to be the dark mirror to Destiny Islands.
Yeah.
And, like, that's the border of light.
Yeah.
And so I just find that parallel really interesting.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of stuff happens at the Dark Beach. That's where you save Aqua in Kingdom Hearts 3.
It's where you save Aqua. It's where you say, it's where you know, some organization members have very important conversations at the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2.
Diz and Riku meet there a bunch. Diz and Roxas meet there a bunch.
Sora and Riku are there at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2. Like, and it is interesting because it's like the ocean is both this, like, it beckons towards you and away from you. But
you can't see into its depths.
No, you can't see into its depths.
And, like, falling into depths and falling into darkness are parallels that the game explicitly makes. Like, when Aqua's being corrupted into darkness, what she's doing is literally floating to the bottom of that ocean.
Right.
You know, and that is supposed to be like, no, this is Aqua falling to darkness.
Well, that's also the dive to the heart.
Right.
Like, you dive into the depths of what looks like the ocean, or it starts out as breaking through the barrier of the ocean into a deeper, darker place.
Right. So And I'll also briefly mention the most heartbreaking part of the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2 to me, the fact that Roxas, who is slowly being integrated back into Sora, has this quest where he and his friends are trying to get to the beach and they never get there.
They never get there.
So like the fact that Roxas can't ever get there.
Yeah.
This image of beaches as place where important stuff happens.
And a place where you can be with your friends. And you you can enjoy a moment of innocence and playfulness and summer.
We love a beach episode.
We love a beach episode.
So thank you for joining us on our podcast equivalent of a beach episode.
Sorry, also.
I'm not. No. There's a lot. There was so much more. As with most things in the series, there was more there than I expected when I started looking.
And it's mostly spooky.
It's mostly spooky. It's truly that they use it to hammer home, like, you can't go home again.
Yeah.
They're like, it will be there, but you will be changed.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
Yeah. Thanks for coming with me on that journey.
Oh my God. No, thank you for taking me on it.
My pleasure.
Oh my God.
Thank you for coming along with us, listeners. We appreciate you listening as always. Hey, follow us on Instagram at Simple and Clean Pod.
Yes.
We're posting fun stuff over there.
Yeah, we're getting some really fun fan engagement. I'll do a little shout out to some lovely, thought-provoking Instagram comments I've gotten from some listeners. Yeah.
So come follow us at Simple and Clean Pod. That's also our URL on Patreon. If you can help us out with the cost of making the show, we'd super appreciate that. Yeah. We want to keep yapping.
Yeah.
But it does cost more than zero money. Not quite as much as a ticket on the Disney train to get to the beach in Twilight Town.
Yeah, no kidding. 5,000 money for 4 children? Jeez.
But it doesn't cost nothing, so anything you can help us out with, we'll give you ad-free episodes, and we'd really appreciate the help. But no matter what, we're just so happy to have you here with us talking about our favorite games.
Yes!
Until the next opportunity to do so, may your heart be your guiding key.
Ah!